Hello, good morning everyone. Thank you for being with us today for this new session of AxelTech Live. Today I'm here with Enrico Vaccari.
Hi Simona,
Hi.
ciao.
Hi Enrico, thank you for being with me today. I'm Simona Lipia,
Thank you.
the marketing and sales area manager at AxelTech, and Enrico of course is our sales director. So we are very happy to be with you today as we are going to introduce to you a very nice feature that we are sure you are all going to appreciate very much. Of course, this is an NAB preview, so I'll be leaving for NAB in 2 days. We are very thrilled for this new year in Vegas. We are going to introduce to you many new things for all our products lineup, and what we are going to introduce to you today is just one part of many new things. So before to start, Enrico, I would like to recall that we launched the Oxygen 3000 lineup just about 1 year ago, before last NAB. And it has been a huge commercial success until in this first year of life. So I would like you to recall to all of our followers which are the main feature, the main configuration, because as we like to know, Oxygen 3000 Plus is not only a console, but it is actually a consoles lineup. So how it is configured, this lineup?
So what has been appreciated the most during last year has been the modularity and scalability. So it really allows a small setup to grow and to be, let's say, adapted to different customers. So we start from the, as seen on my screen as well, it also is available in 8 fader configuration, 12 fader configuration, 16 fader configurations. On top of this, I want to recall the modularity, which is based on 2 audio cards, so the console can be equipped with 1 or 2 audio cards. And I would say that the most appreciated feature is the wide range of input and output. So the console can be installed in different setup with different technologies, with different wiring technologies, and it really adapts to I would say the majority of the application we faced today.
Sure, of studio layouts and configuration, of course. Then one nice tool about the Oxygen 3000 Plus, but actually about the Oxygen full lineup, is the Oxygen Remoter, which is a free tool. It's always nice to remind this because some people think that it is actually something that they have to purchase, but no, it comes for free with all of our digital consoles, and it is one of the most appreciated tools.
Definitely.
Now, today we are launching the new 8.3 release, so the new firmware version for the Oxygen 3000 Plus lineup. Let's go on the, let's say, the next big thing on the lineup. And so what's new, what's the big news about this new release?
I think to appreciate the new feature, the most relevant one, we have to move to my laptop. So I'm now connected with a computer to the console. So maybe someone was already aware, of course, about the previously available web interface, which was granting the settings and all the configuration of the console. And this part has been completely redesigned.
Yeah, it's, sorry to interrupt you, Enrico, but it's also a nice occasion to recall to our followers that all of our hardware products have a web interface.
Yes.
And usually it is used for settings only, for example, for the processors.
Controls, settings, configurations, and so on, of course. But here is the new cookie.
New feature.
I'm now running a Google Chrome or any web browser, and this is my login. So I sign in as always. First of all, there's a recap of the output section. which shows that the machine, the console is working and it's operating, the audio is going out. So the web interface has changed, as I said before, has been redesigned completely.
Yeah.
And at the first look,
So
you
this
already
is the
see
new,
that there's something new in the homepage.
this is the new homepage. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's the first point we would like to show you. To connect, you just have to use the IP address
yeah,
of the machine.
I just type here
Okay.
in the address line the IP, which is also displayed and shown on the display of the console, so you don't have to remind it.
Okay, then the next big thing. Let's go to the dashboard.
Correct. The dashboard is definitely
Yeah.
the most relevant update, which shows you, and here it is. It's like a software replica. It's really a replica of the status of the physical panel. So, first of all, it's very nice for any operator to control the console through a web page. It's also extremely useful for during a radio station, working from remote, or needing assistance from someone which is in the studio, and you immediately have exactly the fader status, the LED, the button on and off, let's say redesign, and respecting exactly what's happening on the console. So if anybody does mistakes, you can immediately figure it out. So this is a very nice tool next to the remoter. So I want to remind, the Oxygen remoter does nearly the same thing, but it's a Windows application, so it needs an application to be installed on the computer. What I'm doing right now here, it's everything from a web browser. So Linux or Windows platform, simply via web browser, you can take the control of the entire machine.
Yeah. So it's a fully web-based interface. Okay.
Yes.
Then let's go next to a nice tool. We can actually listen to what is going on the headphones of the control room. So
Thanks to the let's say the streaming feature, which is already part of the Oxygen 3000. Maybe you're not all aware about the fact that on top of the analog, digital, USB, Bluetooth, and telephone hybrid,
many
there is also streaming input and output capability. And thanks to the streaming engine, here on my bottom, let's say left corner, there's a player which allows you to have a stream for monitoring purposes of what you are airing, so what you are broadcasting. So I'm far away, I'm remote, and I can listen to the real-time audio delivered to the antenna or to the website.
It's very nice. Then let's go to the settings, because okay, this was the part that was already included, but we improved this part too.
Just to show a little bit more, I can
course.
scroll and you can compress, expand or collapse the channel, so it's very nice and intuitive.
Cool.
Interface.
Yeah. So
let's go back
to the
to settings.
Yeah, we already had this section, of course, but we improved it. Now from the settings configurator, you can actually...
I still have the previous settings, like audio settings, where you can control the inputs, the output, and then very quickly I can go deep into the configuration parameter. I'm now into the mic number 1. Even browsing the menu, it's much easier now. You see, I just click on the menu, the same way I do with Windows and folders.
Yeah.
And the nice add-on, it's the undo button. So now if I change the settings, it reminds me it was 54, that's the previous value. So if I did a modification by mistakes, I can always go back and return to the previous settings. So it's let's say we improved and integrate more little helps for usability.
And we also have the bars. We didn't have the bars before, so it is a nicer and smoother, smarter, let's say, way to control.
It can be also controlled on a touch screen, so let's say it allows to operate in different ways.
Yes.
From a laptop, tablet, or PC.
Of course. I would also like to show to our audience how you can let's say, update the console through this interface. There are other ways to update the firmware, but since we are releasing the 8.3 release just today, let's show how they can do the update from the web interface.
Perfect. So I move again to the service section and into the firmware software tab. We do have the chance to update the firmware, the remoters as well. And so let me remind which are the console, since we keep developing features and like the one we are showing today. So it's always possible to update the console straight from the panel, browsing the menu from the display. Second, via what is called the firmware updater. It's an app which can allows you to recreate from scratch the operating systems and the machine or update it. And it's a software that can be downloaded on a Windows computer via the remoter, and now also via the web interface, where you can download the latest version, and then the engine in background does the job of installing the new version and the new feature. The same is for the remoter that can be always downloaded following the related version.
Okay, that's great. And last but not least, I would also like to recall to our customers, users, audience, and everyone who is that there is a nice feature that actually allows you to copy the configuration from one console to another. So in case of multiple consoles in the same network, you don't need to configure each console by its own, but you can copy the previous configuration to any other console.
The advantage of copying the configuration is, for example, you have two studios with the same microphone, and you already invest time to do the settings of the preamp, compressor, expander, and all the parameters of the machine. So the copy feature is extremely useful. It allows you to save time and copy the same setting on the second studio. So in this section, always inside of service menu, there's a config tab which allows you to save to USB, to SD, or download and upload the configuration, and then it can be copied and you do the same operation on the second machine. Of course, we have different consoles in Studio A and in the Studio B. The main one could be 16 fader, while the second one could be an 8 fader or 12. So what happened in this case is that only the channels that are available on the other machine will be copied, while the rest will be, let's say, cancelled, not used.
Yes, of course. So, thank you again, Enrico, for being with me today.
Thank you, Timo.
I hope that the audience appreciated this little sneak peek. As I already told you, we will be presenting a lot of new features for all our product lineup on our software and hardware in a couple of days. Okay, so we are looking forward to meeting all of you. Our booth is at West Hall this year, 1851. So please come and join us. See you very, very soon, guys. Thank you for being with us.
See you there. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.